Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of Up Close and Personal with Angela on behalf of Aspiring Authors Magazine. So today I have the opportunity to be interviewing some of the amazing women that are attached to the 121 days of prayer and 365 affirmations from around the world. I am the visionary of that project, and I am super, super excited to be able to share these amazing women with you guys and to be able to share this book with you guys. I'm super excited. It's going to drop on August the 31st. You'll be able to purchase this book through Kindle, and it'll be available in paperback. I want to urge you guys to connect with these amazing women that contribute their affirmation to this project. To be able to purchase your book. When you purchase your book through them, you help the authors out that's a part of the project, rather than going on Amazon and purchasing it through Amazon. So I want to urge you guys to follow us over on the L3 movement on Facebook. You can follow, and share our page. It's more than a book. It's a movement, because we have to be that change that we desire. We often talk about change. We often talk about the things that we want to see take place in this world. But are you willing to be that change that you desire? Well, I'm super excited because these women have decided to be a voice and decided to share their affirmations to pour into someone else's life, because they've tried affirmations and they've worked and they want to share with the world. So today I have the opportunity of sharing one of the contributing writers to this project. Her name is author Cheryl. I'm going to bring her up, and I'm going to allow her the opportunity to share just a little bit about herself. And then we're going to dive into the conversation, why she chose this project and what she hoped to get out of this project. So I'm going to bring her up and allow her to share just a little bit about herself, because my desire is that you will know who these authors are so that you will be able to follow them away from my platform.
Hello, how you doing? Good morning to everyone.
Welcome. How are you today?
I am doing fine, Miss Angela. And once again, thank you for this great, blessed opportunity. My name is Cheryl LeGrand. I am originally from Newark, New Jersey. I reside in Knightdale, North Carolina, and I have 3 kids. And the reason why I wanted to do this, because we all have a purpose. And my purpose is for other people to know that it takes a village, number one. This collaboration is truly a blessing, and we all have a purpose for God, and it starts with transformation of our mind and renewing our mind. And once we do that, all things are possible. So I hope today when I'm speaking, if it's nothing but one Cheryl, this here, and Miss Angela talking, that you can see the purpose that we're doing, not just for us, but a change for generations to come. And that's what I wanted to say this morning. I wanted to continue to say that the purpose and transformation go hand to hand. And I thought about it today. When we have to go to work or anything that we have to do, we make a way. We call somebody, we do it the night before. But when it comes to us, there's always a reason why we can't. Mentality versus mental, that Miss Angela spoke on her radio station. What mentality that you want to leave in this world? My mentality, I want to leave a legacy of change, transformation, purpose, order, the things of God that He designed this gift in us. It's not about us. He has a purpose that He wants us to give. What do we want to give? I don't like saying generational curses. I like to say breaking the generational cycle, because a lot of things are the pattern that we have because of what we've seen or the beginning when we was born. What do you want to change in your life? In order for you to change that, you got to be willing to be broken down. You got to be willing to sacrifice. You got to be willing to say, God, take me as I am, regardless of your issues. And that's the only way you could be transformed, and break that generational cycle. I'm not going to say curses. What do you want to leave a legacy of? Do you want to leave a legacy of the same thing? Do you want to leave a legacy of quitting? Or do you want to leave a legacy, God used me for the purpose for my family? That's a legacy, and then the wealth will come. The movement that we're doing with Miss Angela shows the change. And what I mean by that, when I say village, the collaboration, because a lot of times it's not about us. A lot of times we can't grow when we can't be teachable or coachable or showing something different. So I thank her for the sacrifice that she's doing for us, because she don't have to do it. So first, God put the change in her. And then he said, what you going to do? You're going to follow the leader. And I'm going to be honest with you. Today was a challenge. My computer wasn't working. The phone was down. I had to get on my daughter's computer. But guess what? What are you willing to do to sacrifice in life for the change? Are you ready to lead? Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to love? But what are you doing to sacrifice for the change? And I'm learning. You have to be teachable and coachable. But first, I got to start with God being teachable and coachable. That's number one. What is your purpose? Everybody don't have the same purpose, but this movement is powerful. This movement is a beginning of change. This movement is something that I pray as Miss Angela continue to do that we all grow from this, that we all learn from this, and the opportunity that she gave me to be a co-author on her platform and so many other things. But instead of us, looking at that as a gift and a talent. So today, like I said, what is your purpose? Reset your mind, reset your change, reset for not for you, for another Cheryl or another Miss Angela, or for your kids. What is your purpose today? We all have one. It might be different, but we all have one. Every day we wake up is a blessing from God. Just by that alone is a blessing. And as we wake up in the morning, what is your purpose? What is your change? Like she said, learn, lead, love. Are you loving somebody? Are you texting somebody? The change starts within here. It doesn't matter of how many people tell us. It starts in here, in our heart. It starts up in here in our mind. Miss Angela can show it every single day. But what is it about us that we want to change? What is it about us that we want to leave out and we want to pour out? It's one thing to say it, but are we really living it? We could say all day we want the purpose. We could say all day we want the change, but we have to live. I didn't say perfect. I didn't say not make no mistakes. I didn't say my podcast going to be perfect. I didn't say I was going to always come up here and look like $1 million. What is in your heart? What is God pulling your heart? Are you ready to change today? I started my books, everybody, on Hotspot because I didn't have a computer. Don't look at the dollars that you don't have. Because when you have that faith, he'll take that dollar and he'll bring all kinds of things in your life that guess what? He'll bring it out. Start with a notebook. Start with a pencil. Just start writing. Don't look at where you live at. Don't look at your income. I have 3. I have one getting ready to go to college, one in college, a junior. The doctor told me I have lupus. That's what the doctor said. That ain't what my God said. My God said, you ain't got to stop because you have lupus. God said, you ain't got to stop because you have kids. You don't have to stop because you don't have a computer. Our purpose is to change. What are you willing to change, regardless of what it is? So I thank you, Miss Angela, for sharing. I thank you. I was on the wrong site today. I could have quit. I was on the wrong platform. Every day we wake up, it's a challenge. I got my kids walking through the video this morning. I'm not going to stop talking for my purpose because this is life, okay? I'd rather for you to hear the message, okay? I pray. I could say, what y'all doing? No. That's a distraction, okay? My message to another Cheryl or another Miss Angela, all things are possible through Christ. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter whether you're divorced, just don't lose yourself. When we leave this world, and we're going to leave this world, what legacy are you leaving? Are you leaving a generation or cycle after cycle after cycle? Are you leaving a purpose? Are you leaving order? Are you leaving obedience? Are you leaving a mindset for generation after generation? Because our legacy, we see our parents was in slavery, or their parents when you do the .com. No, when my kids look at that, they're going to say, oh, mommy did it. Books and podcasts and blogs, mistakes, issues, regardless of what it is, God has a purpose for us, and nothing is perfect. If you're looking for a perfect podcast, if you're looking to be perfect, no, God said transformation, break down. Like, remember the $6 million man and lady? He had to take me apart. I had to lose everything. He had to shift me, move me, so he could say, now are you ready for me? You know, if I'm all together, everything in order, no, he'll take somebody like me and say, you know what, now I'm going to use it, because he want to show the world it can be done. It can be done. So today, I want everybody to hear this. Miss Angela share every single day. Now it's up to us. She put it on our platform. She share it. I never met anyone, you be on a podcast one time, but she keep pushing you and pushing you over the cliff, off the cliff. Don't look at that. See, we want to do what we want to do. When somebody tell us, and I have different coaches, we don't want to listen. I'm grown. You don't want to tell me. You cannot live in this world if you always comfortable. Trust me. You cannot. God didn't say we was going to be comfortable. He said, I want order. I want obedience through distractions and frustration, because when I get through with you, your purpose is not about you. If you always think your purpose is about you, you can't even grow. This is about another Cheryl that may have lupus or cancer or kids and teenagers. My hands are full. I got 2 gonna be in college. My hands are full. I have a one gonna be a junior. My hands are full with no. It's only full if you allow it to be full in your mind. So with Miss Angela being a co-author, you know, doing different platforms, blog space, all of that, guess what? I took that opportunity under computer breakdown, under children, under going back and forth to college, under lupus, under when I don't feel good. Because you know why? He said, I got a purpose for you. It ain't no.
Jeremiah 29:11 is real.
So I'm very honored and blessed. I don't worship her. I love the purpose was in her. Let me say that one more time. I don't worship her or anyone. I love the purpose. Who are you following? It's okay if you work 9 to 5. I used to work 3 jobs, but let me say this to you. The same way we work 3, 4 jobs to make somebody else rich, and they talk to us any kind of way. If you want to take a day off, they might fire you if it's the 4th of July, whatever the case may be. Why you won't do the same for what's inside of you? If your car break down, you're going to call Aunt Betty, Aunt Lucy, somebody to take you to work. But when it comes to somebody want to collaborate or somebody want to share, I don't want to do that. But you'll go and make somebody else rich every single day. Make yourself rich in the inside of your mind for your kids, or whether you have kids or not. We can't worry about what happened in our past, what mama did and daddy did and grandmother did. What about now? What about now? What are you looking at? What are you listening to? Because guess what? None of us is perfect. He take the ones in prison. He take the ones on drugs. He take the ones, because so many people have changed. We cannot make no more excuses anymore and say, well, I can't do it because of my money. I can't do it because of this. I'm a testimony of all of that. There's no more excuses to say we can't do something. But whatever you do, just be the best within you and leave a purpose. Don't look at what I'm doing and Miss Angela doing, because your gift might not be my gift. I'm not going to judge you, whatever you have to do in life. But what is your purpose? Or you, like she said, love, learn, lead, be coachable. That's what she's saying. Be teachable. We learn it every day. We learn it. I'm learning technology. I could speak all day. You tell me get on some technology, I'm like, but guess what? It's part of life. If you're not willing to learn, you're not ready to grow. If you're not ready to share, you're not going to grow. If you're selfish in here, you can't even move. So
Wow.
what do you want to do? What is your purpose? Because your purpose is not your purpose. I hate to disappoint you. Our gifts and talents don't belong to us. God knew this before we came out of our mother's womb, what we're going to be doing. We just didn't know. He had to break us and transform us to get it out of us. I always talked a lot. Life of the party. He said, you know what? But I'm going to use you for my party. So what is your purpose? Are you willing to stay? Because time is moving. I remember I started this 4 years ago. Look at my kids now. They moving. Are you moving?
Time waits for no one. I made a post on yesterday. Time waits for no one. Will you take advantage of your time? People have to realize that they have power, that they have power on the inside. You know, this prayer book is based on Psalms 121. I look to the hills from which my help cometh. We oftentimes look to the hills and we thinking that something just gonna drop out of the sky when it's not. Everything that you need is already placed on the inside of you, because he said he left a comforter. He left a comforter with you.
Yes.
So everything that you need is on the inside of you, and it's up to you to tap into that. The only way that you can tap into that is to have a relationship with the Creator, the one that created you, the one that know everything about you.
Yes.
And until you do that, study and show yourself approved. Spend time with him. Get to know him. Because that's the only way you're going to know who you are and what you're supposed to be doing in this world.
Yes.
We oftentimes talk about we walking in purpose, we doing this, but are you doing what God called you to do? Are you doing what he placed you on this earth to do?
Yes.
Or are you doing what Angela want to do? Or are you doing what Cheryl want to do?
That's right.
See, it's time out for a lot of the stuff that's been going on. You know, and we have this mentality and this mindset, because your mindset is just things that have been grouped from things around you, things that you see, things that molds you, that molds your thoughts. And when you have that mentality of not wanting to collaborate, not wanting to work together, because I remember when I was growing up, I remember that village mentality. I remember that if I got out of line, wherever I was,
that's right,
whoever was there took care of me, and then when I got home, I got took care of again.
Say something.
It wasn't no. Don't say nothing to my child. Don't do this to my child. It wasn't none of that.
That's right.
Where has that mindset gone?
Yes.
Have we got so consumed with ourselves till we don't even think about the next person? When one of the greatest commandments is love thy neighbors.
Yes.
Love thy brothers and sisters as we love thyself.
Yes.
And we've totally gotten away from that. Why? Because we're chasing out the whatever. We're chasing out the what they call the dream, the American dream, that does not even apply to us. If you want to get real, but that's a whole nother show. No. I'm not even gonna get into that. But we've come too far.
Yes.
We've evolved and we've come too far to still be in the same place.
Yes.
Because you look at all the things that's taking place in this society, and we should be way farther than where we are.
You better say something.
We should be way farther than where we are. But we have this mentality. We can look at the next person. I can look at Cheryl, and Cheryl can be well on her way. But Cheryl look off and see somebody else doing something that she doing or similar to what she doing, and then she gets sidetracked because they doing what I'm doing. They competing with me when it ain't even about you. It ain't even about you.
No.
He said he got a plan for you to prosper you, for you to be in good health, for you to have hope in the future. He didn't say he got the plan for Cheryl and Angela.
That's right.
He said you. He got a plan for you individually, because he made us fearfully and wonderfully made in his image. He didn't make me in Cheryl's image. He made me in his image. And the only way I can find out who I am is I got to go in that word. And I got to find myself in that word so I can identify and allow him to work through me. It ain't never about Angela.
No.
When I lay down at night, I want to be empty. I want him to use me up. I don't want to be buried out there in that cemetery with all these gifts and talents that he's given me to come to go into this world. He said that we're supposed to go and prophesy to the nations, and everybody got it twisted. People thinking that you got to go out and speak cause and speak this and speak that. No, you got gifts and talents on the inside of you that's supposed to speak for you.
That's right.
Your works speak. Your actions speak. It ain't all the time the things that come out of your mouth.
Woo.
And people don't understand it.
That's right.
But I'm gonna get out of the way, because I'll get off on a whole nother subject, because God is good.
Yes, he is.
And he's been good to me. And I will not sit down on him. And I thank him for my various platforms, because it gives me the opportunity to share his goodness and to share his glory.
Yes.
And to allow people the opportunity to share just how good he's been in their life.
Yes.
Because I know, just as I've been through things, I know that other people have been through things too.
Yes.
Because we're all on this journey called life. And when he dropped that word in my spirit some months ago, in 2020, when he dropped that word, life in my spirit, people, it ain't what you think, what Webster don't describe it. Are you loving somebody? That's what the L stand for. Are you loving somebody? Who have you inspired today? That's what the I stand for. And do you truly have the fear of God? Because if you have the fear of God, you would be loving your neighbor.
That's right.
You would be humble.
That's right.
You would be patient. You would be kind. You would be meek. If you had the fear of God.
Yes. Yes.
And the E, are you educating, empowering, encouraging someone? The E3 experience is real. And when he dropped that in my spirit in 2012, I was like, did nothing with it. He said, okay, when you gonna stop playing with me and do what I asked you to do? I said, okay. So I can't share something and people should know what it means. And I've been sitting on it. We sit on our gifts. We sit on the things that he's told us to do. Why? Because we worried about what somebody got to say, the box that somebody gonna put us in, when they have no hell or heaven to put us in.
Yes, true.
But I want to move out the way. I tell you, I truly have enjoyed this conversation. I'm super excited because I know God is going to move through this book and through you guys. Before we leave, because my next guest is here. Before we leave, I want you to share how individuals can connect with your platform. How they can purchase some of your books, how they can follow you, because I want them to get to know you and what you're doing and be able to support you in all your endeavors. So please share with them how they can follow you, how they can reach out.
You can follow me on Facebook at Cheryl Northern LeGrand, on Amazon under Cheryl LeGrand. You can follow me on Amazon Central now. You can also follow me on Instagram as Northern LeGrand. You can also, you may see me on YouTube, a blog. But before I go, I just want to say thank you again, Miss Angela, for your time, your opportunity, for allowing me the last year to be on your platform. And God has used you to help be the change. You keep pressing. It doesn't matter who like it or who don't. God has planted something in you. And for that is truly a blessing. And I pray that you continue to have a blessed day.
Amen. Amen. I receive in the name of Jesus.
Yes. And I will be putting all my information once we log off up here. Okay.
Just post it in the comment section, and everyone that once this is shared throughout Facebook, it will be shared with the post. So if you would just post it under the comment section, individuals will be able to see it.
I sure will. And thank you once again. Okay.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day.
You too. All right.
So we had that was Miss Cheryl. She is one of the 131 ladies that we have a part of this project. Next, I have minister, author, motivational speaker, a woman of many hats. She's going to be here sharing just a little bit. Y'all know I'm a stickler for names, and I don't like to mess up people's name. Miss Weiler. I can say Wiley. I think I said that right. But Sheela, I may have messed it up, but I'm sorry. Charge it to my mind and not my heart. But I'm going to bring her up because I want her to be able to share just a little bit about herself. And then I want her to share why she chose to be a part of this project. So I'm going to bring her up and allow her to share. Welcome.
Hi, Angela. You know what? I'm going to charge that to your heart. So it's Sheela Wiley.
Sheela.
Yes.
How are you, Miss Sheela?
You finding yourself?
I'm great. So I want you to share with those that are tuned in and those that will hear the replay, just a little bit about yourself.
All right. So first of all, I want to thank you, Angela, for, just as Cheryl was stating, thank you for being the visionary behind this behind this project, and then also being obedient to God as it relates to this project as well. learn, love, lead, the 3 L's. But my name is Sheela Wiley, and I am a minister now, an author, motivational speaker, and educator. And so basically, Cheryl did mention one thing. I love when she stated, what is your purpose? And so in learning about who I was over the years, I'd often ask God, what is my purpose for being here? Is it just here to just eat, and have a job, spend time with friends? And I was always wanting to know my purpose. So in church, I've always been a Christian. I've always been in church all of my life. My father was a pastor. I'm a PK child, or a pastor's kid. And so I was always wondering, what is my purpose? And so I know that other people will always see something in me that I did not see. People were always saying that you have ministry in you have ministry. So of course, with me being an educator, in my logical mind, I will always say, God, what am I supposed to be ministering to people about? What is it that I've gone through to where I have something to tell other people? And so then as life happened, and definitely last year, November 2020 to be exact, that was when the pressure that I had gone through birthed the ministry, A Disciple for Christ, in which I have now. And so as it relates to this project, the reason why I wanted to be a part of this project, first of all, as being a speaker, and I'm like, okay, God, how will you lead me into, being able to get this voice out, get my voice out as it relates to me sharing my testimony. And so then I just began searching Facebook, and I believe I found you through another source. I want to say it was author Tamala, who's also a part of this project as well. I believe I found you through her. And so then the collaboration just began from there. And so I saw how you are, I believe you call yourself the master of collaboration, but actually you really are. You do a lot of collaborating. I'm trying to figure out how in the world do you keep up with everything. I know you have a project coming out, another one in Georgia, which I cannot attend. I wish I can come. But you have like so much going on, books, Amazon, all of this stuff going on. So radio broadcast. I was on I tried to get on your show the other night, but for some reason I couldn't get in. But so you wear many helps, and I'm totally grateful that you are answering God on this. But as it relates to me, my purpose, I found you through the pain, through just basically just getting out here, spreading my word. So which I will share my information in the end, but I am a narcissistic abuse victim. And so since being abused as by a narcissist, and just to be specific, I became a victim of this narcissistic abuse by means of religion. So it was narcissism in religion. And so on my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, being an advocate, I try to educate people on this. And I'm not saying that being in the church or all church or Christians are narcissists. That's not what I'm saying. But as the Bible mentioned, that there will be like a lot of deception. There are going to be like a lot of false prophets, a lot of false pastors, a lot of that coming up. And so because I fell privy to that, I am now, that's because it was such a detrimental part of my life. It caused me to lose a lot of stuff. There's no way I can sit on that. So through that pain, birthed the purpose for me being here, the purpose of my existence, the purpose of this ministry, which is A Disciple for Christ. And so now I speak out, and as it relates to this project, learn, love, and lead, I was always one who would give myself daily affirmations. Like right now, on my bathroom, I have an affirmation about wealth transfer. I am this, I am that, I am that. So I've always given myself affirmations. And then as an educator, I teach middle school. I always try to affirm my students and try to make them, feel like the best, better than who they are. Even though they have a lot of pressure right now, I say that, hey, you're smart. You can do this. When I'm also talking to parents and they're talking down their child, I'm like, I'm wanting to tell the parents, don't tell your child that, because guess what? They begin to believe those things. And so then when you're speaking positivity, that's when they believe those things. And so even with myself, myself. The affirmation that I particularly shared in this particular project, it was very simple. However, whenever you begin to use repetition and say those different words repetitiously, you begin to believe those things. Even if you can't do those things, like one of my affirmations is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so even if I don't even feel like I have the strength, like for instance, by nature, I am a shy person. I never thought that I would actually be on social media, speaking, showing my face. Like, I'm extremely shy. However, with me being able to do things through Christ, which strengthens me, it has allowed me to not be fearful. Just as you mentioned, me worrying about what people would think about me. At this point, I do not care what a person think about me. My thing is, my purpose right now is to help people to meet their maker, right? And so with what had gone through with me, it was very crazy. And when I first gave my testimony, there were a lot of people coming up against me from that particular ministry. They were saying, take that post down. We're going to report that post, this and that. But guess what? That post is still up here today. February 2021. We're now in July, my birthday month, July 16th to be exact, is my birthday. That post is still there. And then also I'm joining forces with other people. And this particular narcissistic abuse in religion, it is spreading and spreading and spreading. As an advocate, I tend to keep my mouth open and open my mouth wide, because I know that when I am on these platforms, God is backing me, because the word of God said that greater is he that's in me than he that is in the world. Like, who do I have to fear? Who do I have to fear when God is the ultimate, when he is the almighty? So, so that's just basically a little bit about myself. So I decided to follow this project or be a part of this project is because I know that one more thing I do want to mention, that we as women as well, we tend to talk about each other, look down upon each other. Like, for instance, like if I see you, Angela, I may say something like, oh girl, I love your hair. I love how your hair coordinates with your shirt, right? Just something simple, instead of me looking you up and down like, oh, who she thinks she is with that purple hair. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I find that oftentimes, and even just the other day, I was at the driver's place trying to get my driver's license renewed. And I just happened to look over at this young lady because she was talking so loud, and then she just mugged me, and I'm like, ma'am, I was basically just looking at you just to make sure you were okay. So why does it have to be that, especially amongst Black women, that we cannot, like, it's almost like we're jealous of each other. So just to even be a part of this collaboration where you have like over 100 women sharing in one book, yes, we're going to butt heads, because guess what? If we're alpha females or we have different personalities, it's going to come out. And they always say that a bunch of women can't be in the same room. But guess what? We're in the same Facebook group. We're in the same room, right? We're on these things together. So although we may butt heads, it is about affirming each other in the end. It is about lifting each other up, because as Black women, I'm just going to say Black women or women of color, ethnic women, minority women, we already have to we already have to be 3 steps ahead of the other women, right? Just to even be successful. But right now, like, we need to begin to just, like, love on each other, help each other, to help lift each other, help to empower each other versus pulling each other down. So that was another reason why I decided to join this particular project.
I tell you, I often tell people there's power in numbers. And when we can come together, we all have our own thing going on. We all have so much going on. But when we can come together and collaborate, it breaks those generational curses where people have said we cannot. Right. I mean, and it all goes back again to mindset and mentality, because you got to understand that the trauma from slavery, it still exists. And a lot of people have not truly dealt with that. So a lot of this stuff is unconsciousness. And sometimes it rear up itself, because if you go over in the Bible and truly understand the word, he tell you it's in you. It's in you. And given the right opportunity, it will present itself.
Right.
But it's up to us to bring that flesh under submission. And the only way we can do that is to stay under the anointing and stay under the word of God. And to lead by love, that agape love, when you love somebody more than you love yourself.
Right.
That's what it's going to take. It's going to take us getting back to that village, that tribe, that community mentality, because we've truly gotten away from it. Because all you look at the Black on Black crime, you look at all of this, and a lot of this is just stemming back from slavery. and all the things that we endured.
Right.
But now, what are we willing to do for ourselves? It's up to us individually. We got to work on us individually so that we can get back out in our community and impact our community. So I thank you for being a part of this project, because you're showing other women out there that we can work together.
Right.
What all that they have said is not true, because we're showing them. We're breaking that curse. We're breaking that curse. We're not taking that into another generation. We're showing our grandbabies, our babies, our great grandchildren that in 2021 they did it. 130 something women came together and did a book. Now you tell me that black women can't work together?
Right.
That's a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
Exactly.
The truth ain't in you. We just got to learn how to continue to build ourselves up. We got to understand that God, he left a comforter with us. And with that being said, we have so much power.
Right.
He broke that word down to me too. The P stands for position. It's all about positioning yourself. How you position yourself. Study, show yourself approved.
Right.
Be an overcomer. Do not allow the things that come at you, because the word tells you test, trials, and tribulations are going to come. But if you go over to Luke 1:37, it said faith. Faith does not make it easy, but it makes it possible. So that alone lets you know that things are going to come. But if you're willing to press past and to keep going, you'll become an overcomer. And how you do that? By being a willing vessel. Be willing to be used. All you have to do is be willing. He said, if you don't know what to say, if you open your mouth, I'll speak for you.
Right.
He'll give you the words to speak. He'll give you the things to say. He'll give you the people to go in front of. You know, just like yourself. I wasn't a true introvert, but I was really shy. I had a lot of fears. I had fear of snakes. I had the fear of heights. But once I got over some of those fears,
right,
I used to be scared to walk over those crates in New York and in Atlanta. When you go over the sidewalks, I used to be scared to walk over them, thinking I'm gonna fall through them. But I tell you, one summer I got a season pass to go to Six Flags, and me and my nephew, we would ride every ride, and we would get on these rides and ride them over and over. And that summer, I conquered my fear of heights. And it seemed like once I conquered that fear of heights, I could open my eyes and look out while we on the rides, something that I would never do. And once I did that, it seemed like I got a voice. The shyness that I had, I no longer had.
Right.
I'm from a small country town that nobody's never heard of. When I tell you how small it is, my street was one way in and one way out. Everybody on my street was either my first cousin or my second cousin. 252 acres. That was us right in the middle of the country.
Wow.
So I'm a country girl, and never thought that I would be doing this, let alone on a network that reached over 8 million people.
Mm-hmm.
And the commissioner of that network. If you are a willing vessel, God will use you.
Right.
To empower others through your resilience if you won't give up.
Right.
We have to learn how to press. Right. I tell you, he's been dropping words in my spirit, and he's been breaking these words down letter for letter. I thank him for this project. I thank him for each one of these women that's attached to this project, because I know he's going to move. I know there's going to be lives that are going to be touched and transformed, not just through this book, but through the ministries that's attached to this project.
Right.
Because it's not about Angela. It's not about Angela, because there's too many lives that's going to be impacted by this and that need to be touched. So it had to be us.
Mm-hmm.
It had to be us.
Exactly.
Because Angela couldn't do it by herself. So I thank God for you guys. I want you to share with the listeners how they can follow you, how they can support you, because I know that you do a lot as well.
Okay.
So please share how they can support you.
All right. Thank you, Angela. One thing that I would like to say, you touched on one more thing. I was just speaking with a friend of mine, my prayer partner, and we were talking about how as an African American community or Black community, we are so divided. And I was telling him that it's ancestral, it's generational, So we have to we have to really just continue praying about breaking up those strongholds, breaking up those generational curses. And so when you touched on that, it reminded me of that. And it does date back to, I was mentioning him that it dates back to slavery time. And so, yes, that mentality as a whole, some of these things that happen to Black people is that we do these things to ourselves. And so we have nobody but ourselves to blame for that. But I know that this is not what we're talking about. And then as it relates to how anyone can follow me, I have a YouTube channel, and I'm actually, because I am an advocate, I am really, really, really pressing to get 1,000 subscribers. So if you could please, that can contribute like greatly, because what happens is the more followers I have, YouTube works off of a matrix. And so then the more followers I have, the more people I have coming to the YouTube, it actually gets my voice out there. And so the message that I need to spread, I am believing God that it's going to spread over like thousands and thousands, millions and millions of homes. So if you can please first subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is A Disciple for Christ, Sheela Wiley. And then, of course, my ministry page, which is www.adiscipleforchrist.org. And then also I'm going to put a few other social media accounts in which you can follow me. I'm going to put those in the chat, but the main two are my YouTube channel, as well as my website. And then also I have my first book coming out. Actually, I'm sorry, my second one. I'm a part of this one, so this is my first. But my second book, which actually goes into details about my testimony as relates to the narcissism and religion. It goes through as a real life story about that. And I do encourage you. Right now, it is in the publication process, is still being produced. But when you follow me on my website, it's going to give you a lot of updated information. And I also do ask that you support that project as well. And then I have many more things as it relates here, songstress. I have something else coming out. So I have many projects coming out as it relates to helping to build God's kingdom. And thank you once again, Angela, for allowing me to grace your platform. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for allowing God to use you and for being just who you are.
All right. Thank you.
I pray that you have a blessed day.
You too.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Up Close and Personal with Angela. If you have been blessed on today, I want you to share this broadcast across your social media platforms. If you have not pre-purchased your Kindle copy of 121 Days of Prayer and 365 Affirmations from Around the World, I want to urge you to go over to Amazon and pre-order your Kindle version for only $3.33. The paperback version, we're going to start pre-selling on July the 21st. We will have details coming soon. The book will release August the 31st. So stay connected with some of these amazing women. I tell you, we have 131 people a part of this project, women a part of this project. And I'm excited. And I know that God is going to move. So I want to thank you guys for all of your support across all my various platforms. Please share this broadcast. And I want you guys to know that I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Have a blessed day.